It's difficult to capture in words and pictures the sheer scale of the horror unleashed by the May the 12th earthquake that affected 45 million people, around 1 in 100 people on the planet, killing over 70,000, destroying towns, essential infrastructure, industry. Sichuan is deeply traumatized.
Last night my daughter woke up crying several times and her heart is beating very strongly. She jumped from the second floor and the building fell down a moment later.
Du Jiangyan, as a lady salvages anything of worth from the rubble of her 20-year-old business, a distraught young man cleans his dead father's face. Shifang, as engineers investigate why the school collapsed, killing hundreds, parents blame corrupt and negligent officials, and on posters tell the government they want their children back. 5 million people now need new homes. The tourism industry, which makes up 10% of Sichuan's GDP, has ground to a near halt. While some 14,000 badly damaged industrial firms, many raw material producers, stand to lose over $10 billion US. Economic arteries severed in remote mountain communities.
A few skilled people here could work in the factory. The many others did labouring jobs, like loading the trucks, as most of the local people could get a job there. Life was richer.
The region is battered and bruised, but countrywide, the macroeconomic impact should not be significant. Considering China's total output, Sichuan is neither a major manufacturing centre nor a big exporter. The province contributes just 4.3% to China's GDP. Insurance companies, anticipating losses of $10 billion, are not overexposed, deriving only 5% of the premiums from Sichuan. And the banks can handle a predicted $150 million default in mortgage payments. Nonetheless, quick reconstruction and economic revitalisation demand serious money. A government economist estimates $86 billion. The state has the means, having reaped a 30% rise in fiscal revenues last year to over $700 billion. And the budget would still be in surplus if the authorities achieve a planned anti-inflationary growth slowdown to single figures. In addition, the government is considering the launch of a quick lottery and issuing bonds in order to part finance what could be a 5-year-long effort. Restructuring towns and industry, where many lie in steep valleys along fault lines, even below damaged reservoirs, demands integrated thinking that considers urban planning, the environment and economic analysis. There's no clear plan yet on how contracts will be awarded, but the government appears open to overseas participation.
We welcome mainland and foreign companies to cooperate in the reconstruction program.
That being said, insiders suggest that companies may need to offer some of the work as an aid package, or for those new to the China marketplace, secure local partners. But what about investing in Sichuan for the long term? Life is now returning to normal, slowly, in the provincial capital Chengdu, which hosts over 80 Fortune 500 companies, including Intel, Sony and Microsoft. City centre casualties and damage were actually slight, but the quake and its aftershocks have left residents anxious. The authorities realise that despite scientific assurances of the city's safety, a psychological barrier to foreign investment now exists, so they'll need to offer carrots.
Both domestic and foreign companies who participate in our economic redevelopment will benefit from new preferential policies.
The recovery, however, risks setbacks. There's no clear picture yet regarding the level of environmental degradation from wrecked chemical plants, nor the secretive nuclear weapons research industry, though government has issued assurances, while scores of dams, both man-made and formed by landslides, are unstable, threatening huge floods. As for social stability, the mood is ugly among thousands of parents who lost their only child in collapsed schools. The central government has managed a sterling rescue and relief effort to date, but at local level, respect for authority is in short supply.